A call for religious sensitivity. Tag, send, share, until it reach Gregory Coleman. I want to talk to the police director. I'm actually supposed to be ministering somewhere. Please focus on the camera and start doing something else on it. Focus on it. Forget about sharing it. I will share it from here. Give it to him. Give him one. I'm on my way to go to minister in a prayer conference. And I heard and saw a protest from the Christian community in Liberia concerning what happened yesterday. And a day before yesterday. Yeah, so I am here. I want you to share the life. Share it until it reach Gregory Coleman. Share it until it reach the police director. Share the life until it reach the police director. Yeah, share the life until it reach the police director. I'm still going to minister. Yes, I'm still going to minister at this prayer summit, National Prayer Summit in Newtown. It's a very, very serious and power-packed service. God is moving over the country. God is talking to Liberia. And he brought a daughter of Liberia all the way from the US. And I'm going there to minister. Then I saw the Christians community demands. So please share the life. I want to talk to Gregory Coleman. Share the life. Share the life. I want to talk to Gregory Coleman. Share the life. There's a need for religious sensitivity. Share the life. We need to be religion sensitive. We need to be religiously sensitive. Share the life. 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 Is it being shared? Is the view claiming? Okay, share the life. I need to talk to Gregory Coleman. Share the life. Share it. Tag somebody, tag Gregory Coleman. Share the life. Share the life. Somebody tag Gregory Coleman. Share the life. Tag the police director. Share the life. 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 Share the life, please. Share the life. Share it on your page. Share it to somebody inbox. Share it. Share the life. Share the life. Share the life. Share the life. Please share the life. 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 Please share the life. Is it claiming? 62. Share the life. Tag Gregory Coleman. Tag Gregory Coleman. Share the life. Share the life. Share the life. Share the life. This is just brief. I have to go to minister God's word to his people. His daughters and sons are gathered and they are waiting for me. Even though this is a national issue, Share the life. 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 Oh yes, I'm sharing it on my page too. I'm sharing it too. Share the life. Share the life. I need to talk to Gregory Comer. Share the life. Share the life. The sharing of the country. Let me put my hat on. Share the life. Share the life. Share the life. Share the life. Share the life, please. Share the life. Share the life. Let it reach Gregory Comer. Share the life. Let it reach Gregory Comer. Share the life. Share the life. So I gave him my best shot and leave to go do God's work. Share the life. 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 Where are we? 85. All right. I could wait small more. I could wait small more to hit 100, but no need because I need to go to preach. And if 85% watching now and we keep sharing, I believe it will reach Gregory Comer. Share the life. 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 Well, well, like I said, I'm supposed to be speaking in a church where the daughters of Zion's Liberians mothers are waiting for me. I'm opening their eyes to some spiritual realities, opening their eyes on their roles. And I'm supposed to be there now in Newtown until I saw the church voice or some Christians voice. And I came to my office to go live. Then my staff were all waiting for me, requesting for their 3 months pay, that they will not work today if I don't pay them for them to have something for the 26th. So I mandated the financial officer to call the parents to be able to meet up with their obligations. So I just want to do this shot and leave. It was yesterday. There was a protest going on, and they said it was the Muslim community protesting against the police to take action, asking for the police to take action for a Muslim sister of theirs that was naked, that was beaten and naked. They were dragged and naked. And so I decided to do my own investigation. When I started strolling on pages and different videos, I realized that the people that were protesting, I went some of them personal pages, traced them, and saw that they just tried to politicize the situation. They tried to politicize the situation. And thank God for a very brilliant daughter of the soil, Fatima, who did her own analysis, followed the story, and was able to realize that even the person who removed the sacred tie from on the sister was a police woman, a woman like herself. So I'm diving in more. And I realize that whosoever that want to use this incident politically have succeeded. They succeeded to the extent that the Christians have come up to take a stand. Well, it's going to be strange all around the world. The church responds to national or public issues. Liberia action looks slightly different. And if it is the true fathers of this country, religious fathers, Christian fathers of this country that are doing that, I want them to know they have fallen in the trap of politicians. They have allowed politics to drag them. Liberia, the nature of the normal Liberian, we can kill everybody but not ourselves. We can accuse everybody around us but not ourselves. Sometimes not even our children. Or if we're sacrificing our children, it got to be something serious and it's for our own benefit. So I'm not afraid of Islam extremism affecting Liberia. 2004, the uprising that happened religiously, the religious uprising between the Muslim and the church that started in Jacotown was externally influenced from our investigation. Was the fact that other extreme Muslim personalities were in the peacekeeping, was on a peacekeeping mission, and they thought they could use it to their advantage, looking at the strength of the Muslim in one area. So from our investigation, it was not a regular Liberian Muslim fight that came up. Because the Liberian water, no matter where you come from and you come in this country to stay and be Liberia, once the water touches your lip, you start loving yourself first. So no Liberian Muslim is able to kill themselves as Islamic extremism for any faith. If it will ever happen, then it is because they gave room to extend Islam group or Muslim group, people who are not originally Liberian. Maybe they came from somewhere else and they came here for that identical purpose and they will want to use our Muslim brothers and sisters in this country. Liberians are not like that. It's not in our nature to kill ourselves. No Liberian Muslim is able to encourage Islamic extremism. First of all, the only reason is because it is to their disadvantage. Like Fatima was saying when I was listening to her, she said her father told her the fact that you are a Muslim, there is already an odd against you in the environment you are. So for you to make it in this country, you have to learn and be intelligent. So it is known to almost all the Muslims here. They are struggling. They are exerting every strength to stand. See them in our politics, see them in the police, see them in the army. It takes real strength. It takes real strength, zeal. So it's already in the back of their heads that there is already an odd against them. So there is no way they can practice Islamic extremism because they know it's going to go against them. Even when the foreign presence that have them, that make them to believe they have, they can take an action. They regretted the action 2004 because it's an education that we need to send out, that the Mandingos are our brothers and sisters. I'm writing a book, and it's a chapter in that book talk about how Anderson discovered the Mandingos in Misaridu, in Guinea, a city now that is in Guinea, and brought the Mandingos to town and talk about them and talk about how civilized they were, how organized the city Misaridu was in that book. And so I am a witness that the Wizard of Independence met the Mandingo here. But for some reason, up to now, they are still fighting. They are still on the downside. If no matter how good a Mandingo man is, how clever a Mandingo woman and man is, they still have that against them. So that cannot be in the back of their mind, and they come to try religious extremism in Liberia. That is a fact. So the church have allowed small children, the little girl and the little boy who were talking yesterday on the different social media, they are born seditious. The girl have pictures with weird, you can see also, it's like they are just on the edge, waiting for any opportunity to use against this government. And that's why I say this life should reach Gregory Comer. Gregory Comer, ask Mr. Freeman, your deputy, you were not my preference when it comes to policing our country. You were not my preference, not because you did anything wrong to me, not because you did anything wrong that I know of, but the fact that you served as a police director before. I was hoping on a new phase to come. And Freeman and myself had this conversation in morning. And I told him my preference. I will not call my preference now. I told him my preference. So you were not my preference. But I can tell you now, you have been working. You're so professional. You love your work. And the action you took day before yesterday on the police officers is wisdom. Your action yielded the kind. It brought the kind. What the people wanted to use the Muslim against, or use the way the people wanted to use Islam, Muslim against you, your action neutralize it. Policing is not religion. Policing has sense. That's why on the training base, they can tell you there's a sixth sense. So you use your sense. Whatever action you took, nobody died. They may even report him in jail, you suspend him, he not died. He's still alive. It can be repaired. If you even meant to put him in jail because you never understood the entire story, now that you understood or understand the entire story, you can change. And then do the right thing. Call for investigation. The woman exalted the flag. And it's not because she's a Muslim. She's a Liberian citizen. If she is a Liberian citizen, she should respect the flag of Liberia. Mr. Director, I want you to call your traffic director. your traffic, your head of traffic. My little brother committed an offense against him. My wife was in the car and my little brother reversed in the traffic. And he tried to talk to him and he's like, downplay him. And I tell him he should go answer to the police station. Ask your traffic director. Ask him. I told him to carry the man, let the man go answer for why he drove wrong. Then he also insulted the police. I told him to carry him to go answer his question. The flag of Liberia should be respected. Now you see me, I went to the program yesterday. I was in red, white, and blue, symbolizing the national purpose I'm going on that pulpit for. Now, if I don't respect the flag, what good is my anointing? And so that woman and the police officer should go into, they should be thoroughly investigated. If what the police officer did amount to crime in the police, well, it is in your office to decide what you will do to him. What the woman committed, if it's a crime, she should pay for it. And every single crime she committed, let her pay for it. Every single crime she committed, let her pay for it. Beginning from power theft to extort on the officer to public disorder to endangering the life of an innocent child. When she was chunking, she did not have child in her hand. When she was chunking, she never had child in her hand, according to the video that I watched. She never had one single child in her hand. For her to have committed crime, she used the child as a human shield. It's a crime. She used the child, she took the child as hostage. It's a crime. The child was never in her hand. So for her to see that she's supposed to be arrested and she hold the child, it's like you go to bank to rob and you know that police around, then you take gun and put it to somebody in their head and say, when you not leave me, I will kill the person. That's what she did. It's a crime. It's a serious crime. She exposed the child to violence. She should bear the full weight of the crime, not as a Muslim, but as a Liberian citizen. Not as a Muslim, but as a Liberian citizen. So those political tactics that weak political prisoners are using, when anything they pay money quick, like people, like just how or Spoon get their news agent all over, or Cool FM get their news agent all over, or ERBC get their news agent all over, so that when something happens, they always run there to go get the news. They have political or mobile team, so that any small thing they should use it as politics. When somebody is sick, they use it as politics. Somebody died, they use it as politics. I think that trap a almost cut. It catch the Christian community. That's why they out there giving ultimatum to Gregory Como. That's why they out there giving ultimatum to demand to Gregory Como. All the other things that are happening in this country. When will the church come in? So the politics, I call it, it could be the same people say when you check in it in those videos, you see it's the same political people who went to go give Gregory Como ultimatum. What you did, Gregory, listen to me, you saved the day. Because what the people wanted, they wanted you to say all that crime, and then they would jump up and they say it's the Muslim people that fighting. A few of them will wake up, they will say, oh, that Muslim people fighting police people. That woman stole, and she was supposed to be arrested. In the arrest, she resisted arrest. It's a crime. She assaulted 2 different times. Then she put the child in harm's way. She took the child as a hostage. Whether that her own child or that somebody's child they chunk in her hand, she put the child's life in danger. And she should be charged for that. So I want you to know, Mr. Director, that was the sixth sense that you used. If you did it out of what you heard or saw, well, God made you to do it because it saved the day. It saved the day. And like I said, yes, you were not my preference, and I did not hide it. I talked to Freeman about it. Ask him. Ask Freeman. He and myself discussed that. But you are doing very well. Very, very, very well. Very well. And thank you for that. Thank you so, so much. Wherever the police officer is, you were called to serve your country. I'm sorry for whatever, if you've been used, as a shield. That's why that's why you were trained for, and that's why you were enlisted. But next time, I want you to know that exercising restraint, when you go to the training base, the temper, sensational feelings is what we kill first on the training base. Look at that woman chunking you. Look at that woman throwing things at you, throwing soup at you. Fortunately for you, it was on camera. The fact it was on camera, you will have remembered that the thing is on camera and use it well against her, instead of going to be physical with her like that. Yes, she assaulted. The assault was not up to left threatening. The assault could not kill you. She never had any sharp object in her hand. She never had knife. She never had gun on her. She chunked you. She chunked you, and what have you. With that camera on her, you would have used it more. I, Joshua Milton Bly, would have used it more. And so, well, man, this is a crime you're committing. You're extorting. You have to go. You have to go. You honor arrest. You honor arrest. You did wrong. You're here for power theft, and what have you. That's where the sixth sense come in. You are supposed to instantly say, well, this thing is recorded. Whatever she's doing is recorded. People will see it. Now, for you to already see the thing being recorded and lost your temper, that's the human part. You are a human being. So that's the human part. But the next time, you and any of your colleagues, if you get camera on somebody already and they're making fool out of themselves, use it the more. Remain kind and keep addressing them. Remain kind. And so whatever it is, even if it is born, the crime you committed, if it is actual crime for which they're holding you, is bearable. And some of us can come and stand your bond and you could come out. And even if the boss want to hold to what he already said, if he meant it, he have already saved the day. If they sack you, I will employ you right here and pay you double what Liberian government is paying you. But I want you to know that if you are used as a sacrifice, it's an honor. Don't feel bad. God bless you. And thank you again, Gregory Comer. I'm not happy with the stand, the church, the hasty church stand the church have taken. If it is actually the fathers of the country, I think their step were too hasty. If it is another political game, another political pastor trying to play game using the church, please desist from it. Religious sensitivity is key. Liberia is not ready for it. We are not ready for it. Thank you, and God bless you.